again.
All right. So now I'm not going to hit it again.
Don't touch. No
Jerry
touch.
Judy. Fucking Isaac, baby. Isaac for the fucking win.
To Ogarindo.
Oh, my God.
We'll see.
Well, it's going to be him or Bucky Irving. Dude's been a fucking maniac.
Yeah. Yeah, Bucky's been nice.
I guarantee you, every team that has him going is a contender. Is in the fucking running.
Yeah, where do I have him going?
You have him anywhere? Well, we should wait. We should wait for that one.
Yeah. We can wait.
Couple of flushes. This is
yes. Got some flushes to do.
And then let's just fucking get it going.
I'm good. Whenever you're ready.
Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to the Dynasty Hot Sauce Podcast. I'm Larry Monkey, and you can find me on the internet at FF Larry Monkey. And here we go, baby. It's all wrapped up in a blanket. I don't know what's going on underneath that. That bear, that gray doll. His hands, his palms are sweaty. Better be sweaty than hairy. There he is at Run DFF. Justin Rogers, man. What's up?
Nothing's going on under the blanket. Hands are up here. Hands up. Nothing's going on in the blanket. It's cold, man. It's freaking cold.
Oh, is it?
I've been hunting every afternoon. And yeah, man, we're getting down in the 30s at night. Like every morning we've been below freezing every morning this week. So 31 degrees.
It's currently 39 in New Jersey and cloudy.
It's 54 here right now. So it's not that bad.
Oh my God. You just lost all credibility with that comment. It's 54 right now.
That's what I'm saying. But the low tonight is the low tomorrow night is 27. How low is it going to get tonight? 28 in the morning. It'll be 28 in the morning.
Ah.
No, I lied. Tonight is not a cold night. 52 tomorrow. We have a storm coming through right now. So it's going to be a warm night, relatively. I was wondering why it's still 54.
54.
Tomorrow night it gets down to 27. It's going to be cold.
It's not 54 up by where's Jax? Where's Dynasty Jax? Where's he hail from?
He's in Virginia now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Looks like he's on the tarmac in that fucking picture he's got.
Well, he was West Coast. Yeah, he's air traffic controller.
That's right.
So, yeah. But he was in San Diego or something before. I think he's in Virginia now.
I know. I still have to get the jersey to Jax. Got to do it.
Oh, yeah. I sent you his address, didn't I?
I don't know if you did. I'll have to go back and check.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to do that right. I'm going to put an order in.
I'm going to send you his address again.
Perfect. I'm sure I have it. Yes, I did get attacked by a vampire.
Yeah, so how you doing there?
Well, I had like major fucking surgery, like I volunteered for this. It was just like what do they call it? I don't know,
elective
quality of life
type
of ailment. I had a lot of pain going on in like my throat, neck area. I had a styloid ligament.
It's all the hickeys you've been getting.
It was elongated. I had an elongated
ligament.
Yes. As long as it wasn't from Dickie, because you don't want to get a hickey from Dickie. Or do you?
Nope. I'm good without the hickey from Dickie. Nope.
Yes. So yeah, out of and everyone has this ligament Mine, I just happen to be a part of the 1% that has an elongated one. So mine's bigger than yours, basically. That's what it boils down
Not
to.
anymore.
Not anymore because I
Anymore.
got it bone sawed off. They used
You had a reduction.
Yes. They used a bone saw to saw this calcified ligament out of my throat or neck region. So yeah, you'll hear me slurring tonight at some point. It's not the alcohol.
Yeah, I was
Although
going to say that I wouldn't worry about like putting a disclaimer out about slurring. People are used to it by now, man.
Yes. But a lot of football has been happening. That's just the reason why we didn't record a show last week. I could not really speak clearly. There was a lot of swelling. My tongue was very swollen. I still have trouble eating. So yes, that's the latest. A lot of good stuff here. But hey, I will not be when it's all said and done. I've been in like pain for the last 3 or 4 years. Like chronic, like every time you're swallowing, you're eating something, you're yawning, like it's just pressure on your ear that feels like it's going to explode. So whatever. Hopefully got that taken care of once and for all. Before I had this, there was no one was really talking much of Jerry Jeudy or Zicarendo or Bucky Irvin or
Yeah, times have changed in the last 2 weeks, man. Although people have been talking about Bucky Irving. That is not a new thing. It might be new to you because you weren't paying attention, but that dude's been on a tear for weeks now.
He is
weeks, I tell you.
Yes, Dickie with the Hawk Tua. Is that what I'm sounding like?
Well, he's just wondering how you got injured.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I see.
Bucky Irving since week 6, 18.5, 16.7, 15.4. He had a 6.4, 17.7, 27, 27, like 27.2, 27. That guy has gotten, he's been over 15 every week except one since week 6.
Are we talking about Bucky Irving?
Yes, we're talking about Bucky Irving. The RB8 since week 6.
Unbelievable. I was lucky enough to snatch him up off of waivers in my home redraft league. And he's the reason why I have a legit chance to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, man.
So speaking of which, are you... I'm in the playoffs and obviously in a number of leagues, but I came in 7th in like 3 different leagues. It's so weird because I just missed the 6-team cutoff.
I have one situation. I have 2 situations that could go that way. I am currently in 6th place, but there's a points tiebreaker or a points wild card in that league, in the Tecmo Bowl. And then I think I'm in 6th place in this one as well. Again, there's a points tiebreaker and a points wild card. I need to outscore a guy by 22. No, actually, all I have to do is beat him because we're playing each other. So if I beat a guy, if I win this week in Trade Addicts 4, I'm in. If I don't, I'm going to be in 6th or 7th place and out of the playoffs. And the other one, I don't know. I gotta win, and another guy has to lose.
And if you don't have like the 6th spot total points in your playoff structure, then you're doing it wrong.
Agreed. I think there should always be take some of the variance out, unless you're going to do something like some sort of all play wild card, which I'm fine with that too. Like we might switch to that.
That's interesting.
Might switch to that for the Hot Sauce Listener League.
Explain that one again.
Okay, so all right, so let me define the difference or why all play is probably better. You can score more points than someone else and be a worse team. You could score 200 one week and then 100 the next 2 weeks. All right, so you score 400 points. someone else could score 120 3 weeks in a row. That means they were legitimately better than your team, but you had the outlier week, and they only scored 360. And so in points for, you would win. In all play, they'd be 2-1, and you'd be 1-2. They'd get the win there. And so all play is just your record against everybody every week.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best indication of the quality of your team. So that's another good way to tell, like, mid-season, if you should be going all in, or like if you're in that 5 to 7 range, if you should be going all in, or if you should be selling. Is you look at that all play and go, okay, I've got a team, or I'm probably just gotten lucky with some good matchups.
So you would have all play for like the sixth spot, the last final spot. So 6 through 12 in a standard league, teams 6 through 12, the best all play of those teams gets that 6th spot, is what you're saying.
Yep, that's exactly right.
I almost feel like I want to do a points for 5th, like do both, you know.
I don't want to go. We're in a league that does the last 2 spots. I don't want to go the last 2 spots. But because otherwise we're just getting into like, all right, we just don't worry about week-to-week matchups, and it's all play every day. But
okay, it takes a little bit out of the yeah, I understand. What about in let's say the Daddy-O's league, the 14-teamer where 8 teams make the playoffs?
Yeah, you screwed that up. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
6 or 7 should make the playoffs.
Well, the 8 teams gives everyone a chance. I wanted it to boil down to I wanted everyone to have a shot the last week. 13 teams have a shot this week to make the playoffs. Like, I mean, you have 7 teams that are in, and 8 through 13. There's one guy that has no chance, but there's that points component. It's points for the 8th spot. And so, 8 through 13 are fighting for that spot right now. It's pretty. I mean, a couple things have to happen. One guy has to win. This or that. But it's coming down to last week, which is what you want in a league. You don't want everyone to be out of it. So what we were going for is occurring 2 years in a row, where pretty much everyone has a shot at the playoffs in the final week of the season.
Yep, giving out those participation ribbons.
And guess what? I'm proud of this one guy went all in on Guerrero, 100% of his fab. He had it all. I guess he had it all season.
Yep.
He blew his load all on Guerrero. Who I love, by the way, in the beginning of the season.
Did anybody? Okay, hold on, pause. Did anybody else have all their fab? I'm curious if he just blew it all, or if he should have looked and said, "Okay, the highest fab is $702. All I have to bid is $703."
That's funny. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. I don't see there. One guy the guy in last place has all his fab, like the guy. But yeah, he probably did not have to go his entire $100. One guy had 90.
Gotcha.
But like I said, it didn't play into this because there were 7 bids on Guerrero. One guy, and the highest was 100. Then it was 38.
Yeah.
20.
Well, you don't know that when you're going in. This is the time of year when you can just go ahead and just spend it all.
Yeah, you have it. I mean, what's going to happen, right?
Right. Yeah, especially if it's a win or get in, win to get in situation.
Right. I do like Guerrero. I drafted him. I just didn't believe in CMC this year. I just figured he was going to get hurt just based on his age, and he was due. And that like I said, I have a similar injury, the Achilles thing, and I was like, there's no way. I thought Guerrero was, and this was before Mason kind of just came out of nowhere. So I was like, in on Garendo when he in rookie drafts. So I called him a league winner, and maybe this will come to fruition. So this is exciting. There is a going rate for him. I mean, do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
A second.
That seems about right. You
Yep.
you got him for a second the other day.
I got him for a second in the DDCL. I also got him in the Hogs League, which is a 12-team start 13, 1.75. Steady Eddie traded him to me for a second and a fourth. This fucking guy had to fucking get me for the I'm like, you really want the fourth, man? I really, dude. You need the. And I said, you know, my move is I sent him the 2026 fourth, right?
Of course.
and he comes back. He comes back to me with the. Can you make that a 25 fourth? I was like, yeah, sure, man. Sure, here's your 25 fourth.
25 fourth.
Yeah,
making the world go round.
Yes. So Garendo's, well, so what got me interested in the Garendo hype was, well, number one, obviously he's the RB1 now for San Fran, but that morning in my home dynasty league, he went right when the sun came up. He went for a fucking second. I was like, oh,
right.
Garendo for a second. They got no one else really in that backfield. This, I get it. I get it. You know, why not? So I was like, there's a couple leagues where that's expendable for me. That's something I could that's, you know, and the leagues you're contending with, that's seconds late. You know, it's a late 25 or it's a late fucking second. So why not? So I picked him up in a couple of leagues. I got him the HQ league, which we can talk about. Because there's some, if I back into the playoffs in that league, I'm gonna do some fucking damage, baby. Whoever
you got to get in first. You got to get in first, and you got to hope that I beat Stompy.
That's it. The only thing I need. So we're all over the place, and we'll make this a short episode because I don't even know if I can talk this long. I'm still really sore and blah blah blah. But the HQ Dynasty Trades HQ 16 teamer start 11. I'm currently in like 8th or 9th place or something like that. But I have the points, and I also there's a bunch of 8 and 5 teams, and I'm in the mix of those 8 and 5 teams. All I need to get into the playoffs is fucking run DFF to beat Stompy. 2 rebuilding teams who is going to and they both Stompy at one point had a decent team. He's getting killed by buys this week, and he just he threw in the towel. So all I need is Justin to win, and I'm in the playoffs because the other two.
When did he throw in the towel? He traded for Gardner Minshew. He traded that didn't work out.
He traded for Mooney. Remember that one?
Yeah, he traded for Mooney.
Who's coming off of 2 duds, by the way.
Yes. I don't think he's thrown in the towel. His team's just hitting a bit of a wall.
No.
I am trying to capitalize on this week and the uncertainty with the playoff situation. Because there are several teams, not just yours, but several teams that need to win. So,
in what league?
In HQ1.
Well, I mean, things are getting sorted out, but I mean, for me to get into the playoffs, and I have this is my new team that has Nico Collins, Justin Jefferson, Dallas Goedert. Like I added some big pieces to my already decent team.
Yes.
So I'm ready to throw down with anybody in this league at this right now. I just have to get into the playoffs. So make sure you get your fucking starting lineup going. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm working on Dickie, painkillers and beer. What could go wrong?
No painkillers. I'm not a pills guy. Sorry to disappoint everyone. I'm not really into the painkillers. I am a cannabis guy, so that's been very helpful. And I was in, and yeah, this is a non-alcoholic Guinness, by the way.
Yeah, he's been on those non-alcoholics for a little while, guys.
They're delicious. They're delicious. Yes. Anyway,
Yeah, I want to move some points to teams who need points, which doesn't bode well for you, but unless I can't get a deal done. I sent an offer to Manolo. He rejected it and said he'd look later, and then never heard anything back from him.
well, okay.
That's a guy who.
You
That's a
threw
guy
that in the chat. What did you offer Manolo?
Do you want me to tell you? All right.
Yes.
I offered him. Let me go to the trade offers here so I can. I offered him Jalen Hurts, Pat Freiermuth, and Mike Gesicki
Oh my God.
for Lamar Jackson, Jake Ferguson, and Kyle Pitts.
Say that again.
I offered him Hurts,
Right.
Freiermuth, and Gesicki. All right.
Yeah.
Now, and I asked for Lamar Jackson, Jake Ferguson, and Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has done nothing. Lamar Jackson is on bye, and Jake Ferguson is concussed, I think. Still.
Right.
So I offered him 3 scoring players for 3 players that won't score this week.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a counter.
I mean, Gesicki and Pitts are like the same guy this season.
No, Gesicki's been better than Pitts. It's strangely.
Pitts has been.
The only problem is that I want to get younger.
118. 118 versus Pitts. 124. So Gesicki's had some boom weeks. But yeah, they've kind of had similar production, but Pitts is, I mean, you're not expecting, I guess you kind of are from Gesicki.
You're expecting
he's got some donuts.
8 or 10, 12 points from Gesicki is what you're expecting. I don't know what you can expect from Pitts right now.
I can't believe Gesicki's only has 2 touchdowns. I just figured he'd have more. I thought he'd have more touchdowns. Because, I predicted 6 touchdowns for Gesicki back in March.
Well, you still got time.
Yeah,
maybe he gets on a little tear at the end of the season here.
He could. So I don't know. I would consider that if I were Manolo. Who is he in love with on his side of the offense?
I don't know. It's a tier 1 QB for a tier 1 QB. And
you're sending him 2 shaky tight ends back, and the QBs are equal.
Yeah, I'm sending him 2 players that'll score though.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need. Well, I guess he does need this.
He needs players.
Yeah, he needs to win this week.
Yeah, he has to win this week. If he doesn't win this week, he's out.
You're right.
So it's a win or go home situation.
And I leapfrog him. You beat Stompy. I leapfrog Stompy.
I wouldn't bank on that. I'm going to move points,
dude. You gotta fucking win. Let's go. I'll trade you.
I can tell you right now, I don't give a shit about your team. I'm trying to make my team better.
You better give a shit about my team.
I don't care about your team.
We need show fodder. Let's go.
I'm making show fodder in a lot of leagues around here. Okay, I got show fodder for days in the hot sauce league. I'm 23-2 in there. Got like 300 points more than the next player or something. I don't know. It's a lot. 200 something points more than the next player.
Hey,
I got show fodder for you. I'm bringing the show fodder.
I want to go to Troy's jewelry show. What do you think that's about, huh?
You know what that's about? They open up some jewelry stuff. It's kind of like
Troy with a trench coat, and he's just like, "Hey, I got some, I got one. You want to buy something there?"
Eddie's asking about.
Troy whips out the trench coat. Again, has a whole bunch, all this fucking jewelry all on one side of it. watches and fucking bracelets and stuff.
Eddie is in the chat asking about Noah Gray for next
Oh
year.
yeah, we talked about it, baby. Steady Eddie texted me earlier, and I went right to Justin. I was like, Steady Eddie wants to talk some Noah Gray tonight.
And now he's in the chat going, "Hey man, come on.
Where's my Noah Gray? Where's my Noah
Right.
Gray talk?" Oh no, let's just look at Dickie's throwing all kinds of questions. I can't answer that one. You know that.
I can't remember. I think it's like the top 4 in each division. So I can't remember, Dickie. He's asking in the hot sauce who qualifies for the Supreme playoff versus your own division. I have to look again.
Supreme playoff. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what kind of Taco Bell he ate today that he's got to call it the Supreme playoff.
Well, Dickie just got back from a fucking white power meeting, I think.
Jeez.
I mean, the Supreme playoff. He's come back with, he just met with fucking the Iranian fucking supreme leader.
Damn it. All right, so Noah Gray. Is he going to be on the Chiefs next year?
Noah Gray, yeah, right.
He's got an out. They can save $4 million. His cap hit is 7. His dead cap would be 3. So they can save $4 million by cutting him. Do they care about that $4 million? I don't know.
Well, he's got a.
Doesn't matter if he gets. It doesn't matter if he is if he's on another team. Does he matter? I don't know. Has anybody seen anything out of him that says, "Hey, that guy's an NFL starter"? I don't know.
He's been making a name for himself lately.
Yeah, 3 for 37 this week. And then it's like all the catches were the same. His longest was a 13-yarder. So he has like a 13, a 12, and a 12.
Well, he doesn't get more than like 4 or 5 targets a game, which is plenty for a tight end.
No, it's not.
Well,
it's worthless if you're getting 4 or 5 targets a game. You're getting like 3 catches a game.
I meant that in the context of like just a boring tight end, like not a stud, not a focal point type of tight end.
Not even a startable fantasy asset is what you mean. If you're getting 4 or 5 targets a game, you're not a startable fantasy asset.
Listen, he's only been around 3 years, so
this is his 4th year.
Oh yeah, he's 25, still very young. I wouldn't.
Sure.
I mean, Noah Gray's a nothing piece. If you want to get him thrown in somehow,
that's the deal.
I mean, if somebody says throw in Noah Gray to make a deal, I'm going to be like, okay, here's Noah Gray.
Yeah, here's Noah Gray. Yep. All right. So he was asking, would you trade Njoku for Noah Gray in an early second, or 2 seconds for Njoku, or just hold? Is what Eddie wants to know. He's rebuilding.
Right.
Would you take Noah Gray in an early second or 2 seconds? Because we'll trade Njoku for that, right?
What type of maybe talking 1.75? I'm assuming.
Sure, we'll just call
2
it 2
seconds for Njoku in a 1.75.
Yeah, would you sell Njoku for 2 seconds? Let's start with that.
Oh, man, I have to think about it. I have to give it pause. That's not a no-brainer for me.
That's fair.
But I might.
I'd sell for 2 seconds in a rebuild.
Yeah, I'm leaning.
He's going to be 29 entering next year.
Right. And guess what? We've been waiting for Njoku for fucking 8 years?
Yeah.
He just sprains his ankle so many times. Like he's very injury prone. Yeah, great. They're like funneling everything through him the end of last year and this year, but still he still can't keep it together. I mean, it depends what so I'm in the Hogs League where, I mean, obviously I'm a contender. So if you're rebuilding, yeah, I would take 2 seconds I think I would do 2 seconds for Njoku. I would like the 2 seconds to be nice. I don't want too late seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that one of them is early since he's talking about Noah Gray in an early second or 2 seconds. So would it be like an early second and a mid or a late second?
I don't want Noah Gray in a second. I want 2 seconds.
Me too. That's what it really comes down to is I'm selling Noah Gray for any second, which means that I want 2 seconds over Noah Gray. Absolutely. Noah Gray is a nothing burger.
Right. What about your boy Kincaid for Njoku?
Well, this is a deal that actually happened in the Hot Sauce League.
It did, and it included me.
Yeah, so it was Kincaid and a 26 second for Njoku.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That was a smash for me.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's an easy sell. Sell Njoku, get Kincaid in the 26 second.
Mainly because of Kincaid's age in all of this. That played a part.
Yeah.
He's such a young guy. I mean, young. He's still, he's what, 2 years in the league and he's 25. So he kind of came in late, but still, he's still very young for a tight end. So he's got plenty of time to. And like I said, Njoku did nothing for how long, and all of a sudden,
Yeah, so straight up, without that second, what are you doing? Njoku or Kincaid? If you're, I guess, is it just strictly dependent upon your situation on the team? Like if you're contending, who do you want?
If I'm contending, I want Njoku right now.
Yeah, you want to get Njoku straight up. If you're not contending, are you giving Njoku up for Kincaid?
I might be. If I've had him this long, I mean, like I said, this dude has been in the league for 8 years. Still also kind of young, 28. He'll be 29 next June. But, I mean, if I'm contending, I want the guy that's getting fucking 17 targets on my team. That's that was a good deal for Dickey, honestly. Because in the last 3 games, this dude has had like 28 targets.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with paying up for him. I don't think I'd go as steep as Dickey did.
If it's going to get him this could be who knows what the hell Kincaid. He hasn't been on the field in a while. Njoku has got. I mean, his ceiling is like a 35-point game. 30-point game.
With Jameis out there chucking it a million times.
His
6 or bust, baby. Pick 6 or bust.
His Njoku's playoff schedule has like 2 of the 3 worst defenses against the tight end. The Chiefs and Bengals are 31st and 30th against tight ends.
So maybe it pays off.
So I mean, if it does, that's a good deal. Njoku or Kincaid, well, I mean, it all depends. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, speaking of playoff runs and whatnot, and what people should look forward to or should be expecting, T-Law goes on IR today, so he's on injured reserve, probably done for the year. I think we're going to see more of that. Like I'd be worried that someone like CeeDee Lamb ends up on the IR.
That would be disappointing.
It would be. I think there's teams that are going to look at their players and go, okay, minor injury, let's shut them down for the season. Like there's no way to know that Trevor Lawrence needed to go on IR, but there's no reason for them to sit there and wait for him to come back. I think he's done for the year. So I think that people should start to be weary of teams that are completely out of it and what those teams might do with their players. Are you worried at all about anybody in particular, or are you just going to kind of play it by ear? I sprung this one on you. We didn't talk about this at all.
I know. I'm going to play. I mean, I play everything by ear. Right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, we've already seen Olave is done. The Saints suck. So, I mean, I don't think he comes back.
I mean, there's not even any smoke to be
Right.
so there's no fire. There's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the 49ers are cashing it in, I think they're done. So
That's my only concern about the Garendo, hype.
well, Garindo doesn't matter. He's not a long-term piece, so I think it's perfect. Like, it's not like they're going to shut him down if he gets dinged up with like a regular ankle sprain or, a bruised rib. I'm not going to shut him down just because there's no need to.
Well, they're not gonna shut him down, but he's got a great profile. I mean, 6 foot 220. So he had a pretty efficient season when he played. To that big long touchdown. It was like a kickoff return, I think.
Right.
Like 90 yards or something. But he's produced this year. And I think he was like a 5th rounder?
He was the 4th or 5th or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Dickey's making a good point, but Purdy, Kittle, and Debo are at risk. Debo especially because he's been dinged up, and Purdy has been as well. I could see both of them ending up not finishing the season, which would be huge.
Throwing Purdy on IR?
Yeah. Why not?
Resting that shoulder.
They're 5-7, so that division is still very tight. But say the Seahawks win again and get to 8 wins and they lose, and so they're 5-8 and the Seahawks are 8-5. That might be the nail in the coffin. They might just say, "Screw it, we're out."
Still, these guys are making money. They got to play. They should play if they're
okay. Well, tell NFL teams that it matters at the end of the year when they're already done, basically out of the playoffs, that it matters that their studs are playing for money for contracts. I don't think they care.
Where was hold on, was this one? Yeah, Dickey wants Chase Brown from me, but I'm not giving him up for fucking CMC.
Yeah, is that what he was asking in the chat? CMC or Chase Brown?
Probably. I don't know. That might be where he was going with that. He offered me CMC for Chase Brown, but I'm building. My team's been a builder from day one. I'm auto pick Brown. This is that league where they just gave me fucking Chase Brown because I was at like a concert or so. I was at a concert. I was getting all fired up and like everyone was getting all I was within the rules of the draft. They decided to like on the fly change the timing of the time you get to make your pick, something like that. And I got caught in the crosshairs, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I got Chase Brown on my team. So
it's a really interesting move for someone who has CMC to try and go after someone like Chase Brown.
He's been a beast, Chase Brown.
I think I might want to just hold Chase Brown, even if it's for next year. Like I'm probably going to be worried about CMC going forward.
Yeah, of course, as you should be. He's like 29 years old.
Yeah, he's
coming off of something that's my neck surgery that I have to get. I have to get my fucking Achilles worked on next.
He's going to be 29 in June, so he'll be 29 entering next year. Yeah. And it's not like he's been the picture of health. I mean, we lost a couple seasons to injury from him all year already before this year. So I don't know.
Chase Brown. We mentioned talking about league winners. Chase Brown is a fucking league winner, bitch. He's a league winner, man. I mean, look at him.
Do you remember when I talked about the redraft trade I made with AJ Brown and Chase Brown? That is, I've clinched a playoff spot, so it hasn't bit me in the ass completely. But let me tell you, I've been scrambling for running backs since then.
Yeah.
And I'm not short on wide receivers. And Chase Brown has outscored AJ Brown since that trade.
Dude,
it's turning out to be one of the worst trades I've made in a while.
Chase Brown is he's a beast. He's got that 30-point ceiling. He hasn't had less than double digits since week 4. And it's just been 10, 12, 12, 13, 17, 18, 20, or 30, 22, 30, 23, 22, 23. Like he's crushing
been
it.
good, is what he's been. He's been very good.
He's crushing it.
There's nothing to complain about with him. He's active everywhere on the field, red zone, in the passing game, etc. He's used everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
I did not expect this out of him, not to this level.
I want a first for him. That's the deal. I'll take a 26 first. I'll take a 27 first. I don't give a shit. I want a first round pick for Chase Brown. That's what it's going to cost to get him from me. Otherwise, I'll just hold on to him. I'll let him. So name my team. I called myself Auto Pick Brown after that. So
yeah, no, it's. I mean, I'd be fine holding him if I had to.
So I got a decent team here. That's but whatever, man. Maybe could use Chase Brown next season. I got 4 first-round picks, 4 second-round picks in this league, so I'm gonna have my team's gonna look a lot different, and maybe Chase Brown fits in with it. But until then, if you want him for your playoff run, and this dude's gonna be a league winner, if he's putting 25 between 20 and 30 points a game, why would he not be worth a first?
Right. Yep. I mean, he looks like the starter for a while.
If you can add that to your stretch run, an extra 20 points a game, that's huge.
Yep. Instead of having the CMC dump on your team,
right?
Just hold on to Chase Brown.
The IR.
Speaking of dumps, Larry, we're ready to take a dump. We didn't.
We got to take. It's a double dump.
We didn't record last week, so we're gonna do 2 weeks ago. That's where we're gonna start here.
It's gonna be a very smelly segment.
We're not even gonna talk about what. Speaking of dumps, what Jim Dickey is putting in the chat over there.
Oh my
this
God.
Injury shit like you. He's pulling a Larry Monkey.
Oh God, look at
manifesting fucking injuries.
Jesus, Dickey, how do you make a comment like that?
God, it's because that's the kind of shit you say, Larry.
I don't say.
You're rubbing off on our people. You're rubbing off on our people. All right, come on, share the bathroom with everybody else.
Okay, you finally got it.
It's been, yeah. All right, so 2 weeks ago, we had a bit of a stinker. Not from us. Not from us. Nope. We've been trucking along. Now, we've got a little challenge coming up, but we'll talk about that. Hopefully, we won't have to talk about it too much next week. But there was another Greg that went down. Gregory Kellogg, who, by the way, has been very active in our Eliminator chat.
He has.
At Gregory L. Kellogg like the cereal. He did not have a very good week. 128 points, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting down to the scores that matters.
Yes. Ooh, dang! That was something. That one.
That's remaining, but yeah, Mr. Gregory, 128 points. And just a absolute shit show. I mean, he didn't have hardly anything on his bench. He drafted Roman Wilson. He went in on the Justin Fields train. That didn't work out in the second half of the season. He grabbed himself some Dalton Kincaid in the draft because he listened to you and not me over all this time. And he had his only 2 quarterbacks were Burrow and Fields. I'm surprised he lasted this long. So Burrow goes on by and he goes down. That's it. When you don't have a quarterback, you're probably not making it through.
Makes him a loo-hoo.
All right, shedding weight here. Shedding weight, guys.
Yep.
We'll get to next week's in a little bit, Larry.
Oh, we're gonna take a break.
Yeah. We're not gonna double dump right now. I need to let my stomach settle, and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Maybe get up and walk around a little bit. Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta do that.
So then there were 6
Man, it's getting
6
down.
teams left in the eliminator. 6 before we'll break it down to 5 in a little bit.
Right. Yeah, there were 6 after a couple weeks ago. Dickie said he's headed to troll a jewelry show. Good luck in your week 14 in your week 14 prayers. Man, he's really shooting everybody down over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about some Jerry Jeudy. I want to do a value check on Jerry Jeudy.
The Jerry Jeudy value check. Yeah.
I want to know what's going on with him in the trade market, man. Like, I've got him in a couple leagues hoping to contend. What the hell is he worth?
Traded my Jeudy. I had a Jeudy and I got rid of him a while ago, a long time ago. He was almost like a throne at that point.
Yeah.
Because that's what he turned into. They just didn't utilize him enough in Denver. Kind of cast off. The Jets actually tried to trade for him, and the owner struck it down. So Joe Douglas looking to improve the roster, and the meddling owner getting in the way. So let's see what we can get for Jerry Jeudy now that he's on the Browns, right?
He is on the Browns, and he is killing it on the Browns.
All right, Jerry Jeudy.
Why don't you share the trades instead of the bathroom for a little bit?
That's a great idea. That is a fantastic idea. Remove and then present share screen. Oh, here we go, baby. Boom. Give me a second. I know. Give me another second. How's that?
Lovely.
Right off the top, Jerry Jeudy or Brandon Ayuk in a 25-second.
Man,
Intensity
that's a good
9.
haul for a rebuilder.
That's a
good
haul.
haul. Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
I think I like it.
This time of the season, this trade went down today.
I think I like it for both sides.
Kyron Williams, Jerry Jeudy. It's a big boy trade. Kenny Walker and a 25 first.
Okay. The 25 first looks to be a contender because it's his own first. Give me Kyron Williams and Jeudy.
Kyron Williams. I do not like Kenny Walker, so it's really just a 25 first for me.
Yeah.
Kyron and Jerry.
Yeah. Yep.
Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Polk, or James Cook.
Got to go with James Cook here.
Got to go Cook because Jeudy just is not. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the resume is not long enough yet.
Exactly. And Cook has been fucking outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been an absolute shock to me that he's been this good.
I love this one. I'm not going to read the top one. Jerry Jeudy or Chris Olave. Everyone hates Olave now. Mr. Concussion, being on IR. We just talked about it. No one's
take Jeudy because I think they're basically the same dudes.
Yeah.
But Judy's actually scoring points right now. All right. I like this next one because it's lopsided, in my opinion.
Is it?
I know you like this player on the right side. Jerry Jeudy or Dontavian Wicks in a 25-second, Larry. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm taking Wicks in a second.
Why? What the fuck is Wicks going to do for you?
Because Judy's worth a second.
No, he's worth more than a second right now.
You think Jerry Judy's worth more than 1 second?
Absolutely.
What are you paying for Jerry Jeudy?
I would give a first for Jeudy in a second. Something like that. I would do that. I would give 2 seconds for Judy right now. Wicks ain't worth 2 seconds.
We're looking at all of these deals, and it's really that we don't see anything more than a second for Jerry Judy.
No, you've gone back a little too far though.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
back a couple weeks now.
All
A
right.
couple weeks ago, he wasn't worth that. But I mean, James Cook is worth more than just a second, and he pulled Jerry Judy pulled James Cook because we don't talk about Jalen Polk.
Yeah, someone's stuck on the Polk hype still. I mean, I'm moving Polk if I can.
He pulled Brandon Ayuk in a 25 second. That's 2 seconds plus, probably. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scroll down again. He pulled Chris Olave. Chris Olave's worth more than 2 seconds, or more than a second. Yeah, he's worth more than a second. Somebody gave up Christian Kirk in a 25 third for Jerry Judy, and that's just a fucking robbery. Or Travis Etienne for Jerry Judy.
Well, wait a minute. What's the robbery?
Jerry Judy? Christian Kirk is done.
Oh my
He
God.
got Judy for a third and Christian Kirk. What is Christian Kirk? Does he matter?
Mm-hmm.
Does he? Does Christian Kirk matter?
Well, not now.
He had one good season, and I mean, ever since and before that, he was whatever. ETN or Judy, that's easy, right?
ETN done?
Well, he ain't doing anything this year, especially with T-Law on the IR now. It's the Mac Jones show. Anything else of interest below that?
Just
Yeah, seconds.
yeah. Then we get into like November.
Yeah, now we're pre-Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're way back now.
Interesting. Judy for ETN, Judy for somebody in a second. Yeah. Interesting. So
I think it's worth probably about 2 seconds.
Are you thinking league winner? Jerry Judy league winner?
Possibly. The way he's playing? Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, he hasn't really strung that many games.
He's got 5 games in a row right now. 5. You know when that coincided with? Exactly when Jameis Winston became the starter. Yeah. I mean,
he's throwing for 300 yards a game.
Yeah.
And of course, Judy's gonna. I mean,
he's targeting Judy heavily.
I'm starting Elijah Moore again because of Jameis.
That's dangerous.
I mean, Jerry Judy, they need to score touchdowns. That's one thing he's not doing.
Jerry Judy hasn't scored. He's got 2 in his last 5 games.
Okay.
I mean, over the course of the season, that's like 7 touchdowns. Not that bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I would be weary of Elijah Moore.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's going to be. It feels like it's very up and down for him. Although, I mean, 8 for 111 the other day. Of course, that was. I mean, gosh, how many pass attempts did?
I mean, when Jameis is throwing for 400 yards.
Yeah, 475 yards or whatever it was.
Yeah,
somebody's going to catch. It couldn't be all Judy. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's helped me in the DDCL. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. That's where I made my what do you think he's worth in the DDCL?
I don't know, but you know who didn't start him in the DDCL this week? Last week?
You?
Oh no, I did start him. It was 2 weeks ago. I didn't start him. I think I definitely started him last week. I was in a bind for starters anyway. Thankfully. Yeah, I lost the week prior, and I started. I started Ricky Pearsall that week. What a mistake that was.
Okay.
We have a real just an imposter at the top of our standings in our division. The person at the top of our standings has a 52% win percentage in all play, which is 6th in our division. And he is 10-3. Imposter, I tell you.
This is DDCL?
Yep. If he loses, he could drop all the way to 5th place.
It's on by me?
No. In our division. I don't know who he plays this weekend. Man, it's a long way to scroll to find out. Let's see who Joffrey. It's Beryl Joffrey. He's 10-3. He plays 5th. So he plays one of the 9-4 teams. So that should be interesting. There are 4 of us that are 9-4. He's 10-3, and his all play record is just trash. Straight trash. So I don't know. I could. If Fitz loses, I could get a first round bye. I gotta see. I can't remember how many teams from our division make the main championship. I'm about to look that up. Let's see here.
It's funny how it's always Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy at Denver, and they both kind of cancel each other out. And now they're both flourishing on their own.
Right. Now that they're by themselves, yep. Oh no, it's only the top 2 teams from my class. I'm not going to get in, I don't believe.
What do you think Pitts for Jeudy? Think someone would make that trade? The Jeudy owner would make the Jeudy GM would make that trade?
Pitts for Jeudy. I don't know. That's tough. You might have a hard time selling that one. You can't hurt trying.
To the Jeudy GM?
Yeah. Dude, people are way out on Kyle Pitts right now.
Yeah. Well.
Way out. Are you not? What's your opinion on Kyle Pitts?
I hate him. I hate Kyle Pitts. He's just a roster killer. Because you start him. I have plenty of Kyle Pitts, and he's on the bench where I can bench him. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah man, he's garbage.
Straight trash, homie. Straight trash.
So
yeah, it's very disappointing, and I'm getting frustrated with Kirk Cousins. It's happening. I'm getting frustrated when he threw 4 picks the other day.
Yeah,
hard to watch.
Killed me, man. He got me -4 in the Daddy-O's league, which I'm not making the playoffs. It's 8 teams make the play. 8 is a 14-team league. 8 teams make the playoffs. I would need an eruption to make the 8th spot in points. I have a shot, but a couple other guys have a shot too. But yeah, man, I did not need the -4 from Kirk Cousins. I would be in much better shape to make the points if this dude got me 20. If he got me 20, that's a plus, let's say plus 25. Because he got me the -4 point whatever. But yeah, it's been steady. He robs me of points.
Ugh. So is that pretty much has eliminated your chances of getting in, huh?
I have a chance, a slim chance. But that didn't help. If I don't get in because of like 20 points short,
yeah,
then I'm blaming Kirk Cousins. He'll be blamed.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Thankfully, the one place I have Kirk Cousins, I did not start him. I started Justin Herbert, which wasn't much better. Well, actually, it was a lot better, but it wasn't good. So in that league, I'm matched up. It's me and I'm the number 2 seed. He's the number 1 seed right now. Whoever wins this gets in because I have more points than him. So by 4, I have 4 more points than him. So if I beat him, and by with anything, if I beat him, I get the number 1 seed. If I lose, I'll get the number 2 seed. I don't guess that really matters because it's first round bye for each team. So who cares? But it is kind of fun to say I was the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
The number 1 seed in a few leagues.
Made a trade for Shedeur Sanders today in a Devi league.
Oh, did you make that move?
I pulled the trigger.
Tell us about that before we take another dump.
Oh yeah, and then we'll call it quits. But yeah, we haven't talked about the Run and Gun League, the Scott Connor League. Haven't talked about that one in a while. That's a Devi depleted league. Anyway, I'm building in this one. I put Kyron Williams on the trade block and got an offer for Hunter Henry. My Hunter Henry, Cortland Sutton, and Kyron Williams for his Shedeur Sanders and like some no-name tight end on the Ravens. Right. And I just didn't think I brought it to our patron chat to get their opinion. I just felt like it needed more. Kyron Williams Shedeur Sanders is currently like the 103, 104 in Superflex rookie drafts that are popping up now.
Sure.
They have the wide receivers and Genty, Ashton Genty, running back, Boise State at 2. And then the quarterbacks start to show their faces with Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. I thought it was fun. Hunter Henry and Cortland Sutton are both 29 years old. It's a 2 tight end league, 1.75. I mean, Hunter Henry was kind of like a throw-in on the deal to me. Cortland Sutton, I've had him forever on this team. Just hasn't done anything, and this is the year that he does. And I feel like, you know what? Let me roll the dice. I countered. I told the guy, make that tight end a second, and I'd do the deal. So I got Shedeur Sanders and a second-round pick, which I could probably use on a Devi guy because, like I said, it's a Devi depleted league. So when the rookie draft occurs, you can select 12 Devi picks, and they usually fly off the board in the first and second round.
Right.
So I kind of reset. Hunter Henry, I don't give a shit about. Cortland Sutton, it's nice that he's having a good season, but who knows where he's going to be playing next year? His contract is up, and I don't know why they haven't locked him up already. He seems to have a nice rapport with Knicks. But if he goes somewhere else, he might revert back to the Cortland Sutton that we've known the past few years. And I'm not willing to take that chance. And Kyron Williams, a running back who could get injured this weekend, and then this deal never happens. So part of my rebuild, I have Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. So this quarterback will be a part of this build.
Sure.
You know, I see myself flipping probably Josh Allen at some point. But so yes, it's a work in progress, and this is a part of the construction process. So who knows where it'll ultimately end up, but this is where we're at now. And yeah, like I said, man, now's a good time to flip. If something's sitting on your team, what are you doing with a 29-year-old wide receiver on your team if you're rebuilding?
If you're rebuilt, yeah, gotta make a move. So
right,
yeah, I don't mind it. I think you're gonna end up with some value there with Shedeur. I was not on this Colorado Shedeur Sanders train to start the season.
Yeah,
I got him as kind of a consolation prize in a Devi auction. I wanted Carson Beck, and Carson Beck got too expensive, and I was like, all right, you take him, and I'll start spending money elsewhere. And I did. And, excuse me. And I did start spending money elsewhere, and I got Shedeur Sanders, and boy, that has paid off pretty damn well.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a nice value pick there.
It could be. I mean, currently right now he's the Devi quarterback 3 behind Cam Ward and Jalen Milroe, which is interesting because Milroe is slated to go. He might go back to college, and he might go back to Alabama. And
I don't think Milroe is a typical NFL prospect, and I actually got him in that auction too. So I loaded up on
and it looks like these these DLF Devi rankings are from two to just two guys ranking.
Right.
So this is just two guys' point of view. So regardless, Shedeur Sanders is he'll be one of the top two quarterbacks drafted in this, and it'll be 1 and 2. It'll be these two quarterbacks are going to be going in the top 3
Yes.
of the NFL draft. So all eyes will be on Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. Milroe ends up entering the draft. He probably won't be going until like the middle of the first round, most likely.
First, yeah.
But yeah, who knows?
He's going. If he goes, he'll be one of the depth pieces
for
this draft. Yeah.
So Shedeur Sanders. See how it goes.
Yeah, not bad. And Eddie wants to know where we're at on Cam Ward. I'm in, man. He's looked good. So, I mean, he's athletic. He can throw the ball. That's, he's not as athletic as Anthony Richardson, but he's a much better thrower of the ball. Big guy. He's 6'2", 6'3", like 225, something like that. So,
right.
Yeah, he's going to be a top 5 pick, almost a lock, and maybe even the first overall pick.
The Giants are not going to let either one of these two guys. I mean, everyone needs people every single year. Folks need quarterbacks. They're going to go high, and I know Ryan McDowell just released. He did his super flex. He did a mock draft of himself, like his own, and he didn't have a quarterback going until the 103. That's all going to change. I feel like, once all the hype starts up, and I don't know. We'll see. Landing spot.
Who your Jets going to draft at quarterback?
Man, screw it up just enough that they'll land outside all the QBs.
They'll probably take an offensive lineman like you said they should, and end up not getting their quarterback because they're worried about protecting him. Yada yada yada, and you'll end up watching a Bo Nix or a CJ Stroud that's supposed to be, they're behind bad lines, can't protect, and then they end up going crazy. Yeah, that's how it'll go.
Yep, they will. No, it'll be much worse because they're gonna draft a defensive player. That's gonna be what the Jets do. Guaranteed, it's gonna suck.
Well, it'll be a new GM doing it, so it won't be just because.
Yep.
All right. Well, speaking of sucking.
Whoopee! Well, I was pushing real hard trying to find
what the hell are we? Is South Park going on?
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know either. Is that on your phone?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Noises and got this, huh?
This is a fun. What the fuck is
going
on
over there, Larry?
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It sounds like you're doing what Lion Sauce. What's his name? Shit.
Oh yeah, he is the
Lionheart Dad. Yeah, it sounds like what you're doing. What he did, which is just not paying attention to his team during that draft.
The Lionheart. It's a good charity league. That's 7th place. Just missed out on the playoffs.
No, yeah.
That stinks. But yeah, the Lionheart Bowl, Lionheart Legacy Bowl.
Is he down under? Is that the Australian?
No.
I'm missing.
And I can't look. No, actually, I do have.
It doesn't matter because we don't really want to talk much about. Well, we can talk about his charity, but we don't want to talk about this team much. That's for sure. Half his fucking team is on IR. I mean, he's got George Kittle out there getting him 3.2 points and scoring for his team.
Yep.
You know what's tough is when you only have one starting quarterback, just like last week with Gregory Kellogg. Josh Allen is his only quarterback. Sam Howell and Michael Penix are his other 2 quarterbacks on his roster.
He's a 5th overall scorer. So this is what we're getting into. Everybody territory here, which is when the powerhouses of the Eliminator start to go down. He's the first,
because there's only 5. There's only 4 teams left. So yeah, we're gonna lose some scorers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams, including us.
5 teams, including us.
But look at this guy, this hot sauce FCE, the Lionheart Dad. Yeah, go check out the Lionheart Legacy Bowl.
There you go.
It's a great charity league that runs on MFL. But
Yeah. Hopefully his charity is doing much better than his eliminator team this past week,
I hope
where
so.
he's got one quarterback and George Kittle out there scoring. I mean, Jameson Williams made his starting lineup with 10 points. So
Why
does
is he
Hawk
taking
with
Penix?
10 points.
Then
If
why
you're
is he
getting
drafting
10
Penix?
points, if you're getting 10 points across the board, you're not getting anywhere in this eliminator. Not this late in the season.
Higbee was never fucking playing. Well, I don't know why you're drafting Tyler Higbee.
I mean, Penix was never playing. You drafted Penix.
Right.
You got to make it all the way to the end. What's your hope with Penix? Like, you needed scorers early, and it's a miracle he made it this far.
His whole team was
And then the J.K. Dobbins. Ooh.
Dobbins ultimately is what screwed him.
Well, it's what kept him in it this long, and then what
Right.
screwed him at the at the end. Yep.
Correct.
Then,
That is correct. That's it for Mr. Lionheart.
Yeah. I mean, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players that didn't score a single point on his roster. And then Roquan was the only bench player. For that, we got to flush that homie. Oh, good timing.
Good for you, buddy.
Adios.
Pile of lion shit.
Yeah.
Trying to get that trying to get a big giant pile of lion shit to flush down a toilet is
Lion shit dad instead of Lion heart dad. Yep. Had to go.
Loser.
All
Lionheart
right, we're still
loser.
trucking along. We're scoring like 150, 160 a week. We're still hanging in there. This is our rough week.
This is the
This-
week
this is
we've
the
been
week.
dreading.
Yep.
This is the week we've been dreading. This is where we have Justin Tucker on bye. We have Jaden Daniels on bye. We have Drake May on bye.
Yeah.
So it's really going to come down to Jalen Hurts needs to carry us.
And we're going to need more from guys like Cooper Kupp and Amari Cooper, and then all of our punters and kickers.
We need a touch. We need something out of Travis Etienne. We just need something from him.
Yeah, that's asking for a miracle, man. Let's just take what we can from our punters.
Yep.
Golly. Travis Etienne hadn't scored double-digit points since week 5. For fuck's sake.
He almost had a touchdown this past week, by the way.
Great. Let's play the almost game, Larry.
Would have gave him 16.
Yeah, we're gonna need one of those like 20-point weeks from Cooper Kupp.
Well,
And maybe Amari Cooper can get loose for a little bit.
Mac Jones to the rescue. Yeah, we need our punters to come through.
Chris Boswell, we can count on him.
Yeah.
The Boz has been money. That's been one of the best. I'm in a league with waiver priorities, and I used a waiver priority coming out of his bye to acquire him. That was a good snag.
Yeah, I mean he's our 4th highest scorer. How about that?
Yep.
We need to come through here. If we can get through this week,
We got a shot.
we have a shot. We're the 2nd highest scoring team in this eliminator.
Yep.
There's 5 weeks to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before the champion is crowned, and if it comes down to us, we're gonna have Bosch on for that month. We gotta have a Monday night. We have to have a Monday night show. We need to make a big deal about this.
Yeah. We can probably try that. If we make it to the final, we'll have to at least bring him on. And then either we'll lament the fact that we made it all the way to the end and lost, or we can celebrate with a party.
Yep.
So, yeah, man. Well,
right.
Speaking of celebrating, it's time for me to celebrate some sleep. I need to get some sleep,
You're
man.
gonna celebrate a bowl of cereal.
I am going to celebrate a bowl of cereal and then head to the bed.
All right.
Yep.
All right, then this is perfect. And we will see you again next week when the playoffs begin. Thanks for listening to the Dynasty Hot Sauce Pod.
Cast. 1, 2, 3, 4.